Hi, it's Thursday afternoon in the Parliament in Strasbourg in the week after Europe Day. Basically, everybody's gone. It's quite calm in the halls, and maybe it's a good time to wrap up. One of the highlights of this week in the European Parliament definitely was a very broad discussion and debate over European foreign policy, and obviously the focus was very much on Cathy Ashton, the High Representative and Vice President of the European Commission. And in the run-up to the debate that we had, there was a lot of grumbling. I was approached several times by colleagues from other groups, particularly conservatives, who, who would innocently on the surface ask, what do you think about Cathy Ashton? Do you think she'll make it? We're a bit dissatisfied. So you could see there was a whispering campaign against her going on in the Parliament. And to say the result first, obviously she survived, but I would say not by much. People did not heat up the controversy over whether she delivers or whether she doesn't, to the degree where it could have led to a rupture between the Parliament and Mrs. Ashton, but it got close. And some of the most explicit, most vocal critics even came from my own group, from the Greens, because clearly there's a relevant degree, to put it mildly, relevant degree of dissatisfaction with what she's doing. And obviously everybody concedes she's operating in a very, very difficult environment. All the national foreign ministers, all the prime ministers, heads of state, of course, want to grab the headlines, leave very little room for her. But the impression also is that she doesn't really make good use of the room she finds. And on many topics that she covered, she remained rather vague, not putting out a clearly defined policy. Obviously, there's a lot to be said and to be done about the developments around the southern rim, along the southern rim of the Mediterranean. The Arab Spring was one of the core issues discussed. And she said some basically prudent general things about how to help this very positive development, but she didn't lay out any plans, she didn't set any clear priorities. And the same applied basically to, let's say, Israel and Palestine. She had a not very well sorted out list of sentences, almost as if from a sentence generator. Of course, there was a sentence about Gilad Shalit. There was a sentence about the second flotilla, which is really a very stupid idea, I believe. There was a sentence about Palestinian independence. There was a sentence about passing on the taxes to the Palestinian Authority and all that. But it didn't create a concept. You didn't get the impression that she really sort of has got it sorted out and has a clear outline of where she want to go, how fast, with who, to what end, over what period of time. And so the result, as I said before, she still moves on. She did not win any new accolade. She did not win any new respect. The Parliament keeps dissatisfied and will wait for another day. And if there's not much improvement over the next half year, it could well be the case, as one blogger from the United Kingdom speculated in his blog, and I've been in contact with him over Twitter, that maybe there could be a British successor sometime in the future to Mrs. Ashton, by the name of Miliband. That was not a discussion in this parliament this week, but if she wants to make sure that this is not in the cards for the future, she better get her act together.